Hello everyone. In today's video, we embark on a sensitive and crucial discussion about a topic that touches the life of many, miscarriage. It's a journey marked by both joy and pain, where the celebration of new life can intertwine with the challenges of loss. To guide us through this conversation and share valuable insights on navigating the emotional terrain of miscarriage, we are joined by Pravina again. With empathy and wisdom, Pravina will offer advice on how to navigate the complexities of this experience, providing support and understanding. Miscarriage is a deeply personal journey, and through Pravina's words, we hope to shed light on ways to cope, heal, and find strength during difficult times. Thank you for being part of this important discussion, and without further ado, let's hear from Pravina as she shares her advice on navigating miscarriage.
The advice that I'll give is what my client told me. It is nobody's fault. It is not yours. It is not your spouse's. Sometimes you have to tell yourself, it's like how when you eat a bad curry and your body rejects it, right? And you're vomiting so probably it's just something that isn't healthy, that probably if you've not done anything, it's not happening, then probably it's just a way of your body rejecting it. But she also has told me, not like how all these people will tell you, oh, wait for 3 months. She told me, Pravina, if you get pregnant again next month, please come in. I will be more than happy to see you come in.
Experiencing multiple miscarriages can have profound emotional and psychological effects on an individual, including significant impacts on their mental well-being. It's important to note that everyone copes with such experiences differently, and individual response can vary. Here are some common emotional and psychological effects that may occur. 1. Grief and loss. Each miscarriage represents the loss of a potential child, and the cumulative effect of multiple losses can lead to profound grief. This grief may be accompanied by feelings of sadness and emptiness. 2. Depression and anxiety. Recurrent miscarriages can contribute to the development of depression and anxiety. The constant cycle of hope and loss and disappointment can take a toll on mental health, leading to persistent feeling of sadness, helplessness, and even worry. 3. Identity and self-worth. Women may question their identity and self-worth when faced with multiple miscarriages. The inability to carry a pregnancy to term can lead to feelings of failure and inadequacy, impacting self-esteem. 4. Isolation and alienation. Women experiencing recurrent miscarriages may feel isolated and alienated from others, especially if they perceive that those around them don't fully understand or empathize with their struggles. This can contribute to a sense of loneliness. 5. Fear and anxiety about future pregnancies. The fear of experiencing another miscarriage can lead to heightened anxiety during subsequent pregnancies. It may be challenging for individuals to fully embrace the joy of pregnancy due to concerns about potential future losses. 6. Relationship strain. Recurrent miscarriages can strain relationships as couples cope with grief, may face challenges in communication about their experiences and supporting each other. The stress of fertility struggles can sometimes lead to marital difficulties. 7. Coping mechanisms. Individuals may develop various coping mechanisms to deal with the emotional pain, such as avoidance, emotional numbing, or even engaging in unhealthy behaviors. Seeking support from mental health professions or support groups can be crucial in developing healthier coping strategies. It's important for individuals going through multiple miscarriages to seek emotional support, whether from friends, family, or mental health professions. Counseling or therapy can provide a safe space to express emotions, explore coping strategies, and work through the grief associated with recurrent pregnancy loss. Additionally, medical evaluation to identify potential causes and consulting with healthcare providers specializing in reproductive medicine may help address any underlying issues contributing to the miscarriages. Yes.
Like a support group, doctor, like AA, you know how they have Alcoholics Anonymous in the US? That.
Alright.
Anyone who probably is going through, because I don't know if there is such a thing in this country.
Okay.
Like for me, I watch a lot of videos, but it's not contextual. I'm not able to relate because probably it's very commercialized advices and all that. But just like AA, people are stuck and now they want it. You don't get an alternative, you don't get an answer, but now I sit there and I listen and I feel like, okay, this can happen too,
Okay.
like this can happen too. In the sense that you're not eating off someone else's situation, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a moderator there, right?
Yes, yes.
So maybe that way, just to express, I think a lot of people find it very difficult to talk about it. Maybe that it's like taboo, it's, to be honest with you, Dr. Anand, social stigmatization, but I feel that stigmatization starts with people around you first. People closest, dearest, nearest, which is family, relatives. So to be honest with you, if you can survive that family's judging and your relatives judging you, then actually socially you don't really need to care. Because people will tell you, I've heard so many times, this is so common, this is so normal, everyone goes through it. But that is the person probably judging you the most. So yeah, like AA, if you have a support group where you can, maybe that day you're not feeling so bad, but someone else might be feeling it. Then when you are there, you can also share and say, hey, I've been in a situation like this too. Not to give her an alternative or an answer, but when you're going through that turmoil, doctor, nothing is going to help you. But someone telling, I've also been there. I've been in that situation, you know. Yeah, I've been there. My plus was also because in my circle, I also had a friend who was divorced. Again, we are not the same people. We were not divorced because of the same reasons. I speak a lot to her, and she doesn't, to be honest with you, people always think people who are divorced, maybe if you have a mental problem with each other, they might condone divorce. The truth is, we don't at all. Anywhere we can try to save it, we will definitely try to save it for you. So with her, she helped me in the sense that my anxiety, mainly my social anxiety, she really helped me in so many ways. She really stood in front of me like a shield. I've got two friends who have consistently done that. They have always been my shield, and I probably never thanked them enough, but I really have to say a big thank you, because at that point, going through that, I think my social anxiety was just skyrocketing. I was terrified of everything, being in a social group, unless it's like a different anonymous setting, I'm fine.
The experience of multiple miscarriages can have significant impacts on the brain and neurobiology of individuals, influencing both emotional and cognitive processes. While the neuroscience of grief and pregnancy loss is a complex and evolving field, here are some aspects to consider. 1. Stress response and hormones. The stress response involves the release of hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. The emotional stress associated with recurrent miscarriages can activate the body's stress response system, influencing the neuroendocrine system. Chronic stress may lead to dysregulation of hormones, potentially impacting reproductive hormones and the menstrual cycle. 2. Brain regions involved in emotions. Emotional processing and regulation involve various brain regions, including the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex. The experience of grief and loss can trigger changes in the activity and connectivity of these brain regions. For example, the amygdala, which is associated with processing emotions, may become more activated during periods of emotional distress. 3. Neurotransmitters and mood regulation. Neurotransmitters such as serotonin or dopamine may play roles in regulating mood and emotions. The stress and grief associated with recurrent miscarriages can affect the balance of neurotransmitters, potentially contributing to symptoms of depression and anxiety. 4. Neuroplasticity. The brain has the ability to undergo structural and functional changes in response to experiences of a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Prolonged stress and emotional pain may influence neuroplasticity, potentially impacting the way the brain processes and responds to future stresses. 5. Hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis (HPA). The HPA axis is a key component in body's stress response system. Chronic stress, such as associated with repeated pregnancy losses, can lead to dysregulation of the HPA axis, with implications for hormonal balance and the functioning of other physiological systems. 6. Oxytocin and bonding Oxytocin, often referred to as bonding hormone, is involved in social bonding and attachment. The experience of recurrent miscarriages may impact the oxytocin level and the emotional bonding associated with pregnancy. It is important to note that individuals' response to pregnancy loss can vary, and not everyone will experience the same neurobiological changes. Moreover, the field of neurobiology and pregnancy loss is still an area of active research, and our understanding of these processes continues to evolve. Seeking support from mental health professionals such as psychologists or counselors or even gynecologists can be beneficial for individuals experiencing the emotional toll of recurrent miscarriages. Addressing both the psychological and physiological aspects of grief and stress is crucial for overall well-being. Additionally, medical consultation with specialists in reproductive medicine can help to address any underlying biological factors contributing to recurrent pregnancy loss. I'm Anand, a medical professional specializing in anesthesia. Beyond the operating room, I have been privileged to guide individuals through profound personal transformations using the art of hypnotherapy. In this channel, I embark on a journey to share insights into the fascinating realm of the mind, delving into the emotional journey of everyday common people. In this pursuit, my purpose is rooted in a profound belief that the consciousness that governs our existence has bestowed upon us some life experiences and understanding. I find contentment in the daily chaos of my life, and as a humble repayment, as my rent to the universal consciousness, I am compelled to contribute by sharing the profound aspects of the mind. It is my firm conviction that each of us possesses the capacity to lead a conscious life, steering away from the unconscious drift of mere existence. So join me in this exploration as we make our mind's health as our top priority and embark on a collective journey towards personal mastery. Let's unlock the inherent power within ourselves and venture into the transformative landscape of the mind. As the decision to personal mastery begins with the decision we make in the now.